Don't know about that.
Sorry?
Don't know about that. Ewan sitting in the back and he's going to heckle me.
Far too much time on that phone.
Pardon?
He spends far too much time on that phone.
Yeah. So which time are we booked for the restaurant?
I haven't booked yet.
Okay.
So say 7 or 7:30. Probably won't have to book tomorrow.
Not even if it's bank holiday?
Yeah.
Okay.
See you, Jan.
And Mark is going to talk as well.
Okay, it is 1 o'clock. So, great delight to welcome the wonderful Fredrik, who is going to talk on the joy of spirit. Fredrik, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Lawrence. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a true honor to be part of this experience here down in Poole, and Poole itself is such a beautiful place to be in. And I have to say thank you to Lola, who brought up this mediumship in Denmark. And I have to say it's so very similar to how it is in Sweden. We don't really have any churches or centers in Sweden either. So when people asking me why I'm going to Scotland or UK to do my mediumship, I always say we don't have enough dead body in Sweden, so I have to go to UK. So, but here is everything done from the ground and from the base, and here is everything how it should be done from the base. And my topic is the joy of spirits. And people might think, what's the joy of spirits? But what if we turn around the topic and say the joy of life? Because wherever we go, wherever we're doing, we are a part of the spirit world. So every time we feel joy and happiness, the spirit world feel the same joy and happiness. And the joy to just being part of the whole experience or the God Force energy is something that you're growing into. It's nothing you just find from one day to another. You find it most of the times when you're going through difficulties or sad times in life, where we're searching for something that is bigger, something that gives our energy and our soul some energy to grow from. And the beauty of this with the spirit world is we are born into this world with 1 foot in the spirit world and 1 foot on the earth plane already. So it's not any difficulties to be part of the spirit world, because we are that already as we're walking here. The difficulty part is to understand what they want to communicate with us, what they want to say, how they want to grow, what decision we are supposed to make. But the spirit world is so very much like you and I, without a physical body. They won't making a decision for you. You have to make the decision yourself. And you have to bring the joy and the happiness into your own life and do the best from the circumstances you have. The spirit world will always be joyful and happy no matter what kind of decision you make, or what partner you decide to stay with, or if you decide to divorce your partner. It doesn't matter for the spirit world, because they will support you in the best way they can. And most and foremost, we're sometimes searching for the purpose of life. And I can ask each and every one of you, what is your purpose of life? And most of us will probably not put our hand up, because we don't know the purpose of life. But what if the purpose of life is just within you, just a thought away, or just exactly who you are at this moment in time? It's not what you was yesterday. It's not where you're going to be tomorrow, because tomorrow is another day and another purpose of life. As we're continuing on our journey of life, we're also changing our perspective and understanding of life. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's the beauty of life. Because wherever we are, wherever we go, the spirit world is just a thought away, and it doesn't matter what we're thinking of, and it doesn't matter if we go through sadness and sorrows in life. Most of the time we're searching for something bigger, and most of the time when we're going through tragedies in life, we're searching for something bigger, something to hold on to. And when you lose someone close to you, you're searching for something to grab onto, something to have a hug, something to nurturing who you truly are. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, is most of the time when you're finding the God within you, or you realize there is something above ourselves, or we're coming across the spirit world because they made a presence in our home, and all these strange things happening, doors opened, things thrown away in the home, and we're searching for something and trying to understand what's going on in our life. And we realize we are not alone here. We are so very much a part of the spirit world as they drawing close to us. And most of the time we feel the presence of them when we're going through sadness, and we really need the support and encouragement in life. Then it's the time when we mostly feel them. But they're also so happy to share the knowledge and understanding in our daily life. And you don't need to go to a church, a place, or a center to find the spirit world, or to find the God force within you. You can go to the most sacred place for yourself, the place where you feel most comfortable, and you will find the Spirit, you will find the God, and you will find the connection within yourself and those who live close by you, because that's how everything is connected. And we are all one as we come together and looking at each and every one here. You are here for a reason. And it doesn't matter if you speak to anyone here or you're just sitting quiet in your corner. While you're looking at someone here, you will feel the true connection from each and every one here. And that's the beauty of the spirit world, because we come together here and we're singing on the same vibration of souls. And we'll be touched by the healing power, not by the medium who's standing here, not by the chairman who's sitting there, or the other medium who is working. You're touched by the energy and the soul power who works through the healing power in the church. And it's not one man's work. We are all part of this. And it's thanks to you that someone else feels so much better while they are in the church, because you are the important part of what's happening. And it doesn't matter what you choose to call it: spiritual healing, Reiki healing, dancing around the table healing. It doesn't matter, because the purpose is the same. And that's what the Spirit world is calling. But the purpose...
Spirit, but never mind.
The purpose is the same, because we are here to feel better when we're coming in, when we're leaving, as we did when we came in. And you're all part of this, and the important part of this. And the joy of the Spirit is to bring each and every one here, as we are all connected with each other. And also when we're coming in here, we feel the connection with the souls, and therefore we put all barriers on one side. We put all this protection that we're so much needing when we are out in the real world, so to say, or the other world, in the physical body. But here, we feel comfortable. We feel we are amongst friends. And as each and every one of you would tell the story of your life, each and every one of us can take something from that story to make us grow to the next time we're coming into a sacred place like this. Because we are all here, and where we are, there is also the spirit world. And the spirit world combined and connects each and every one of us. And everyone who has been touched by the spirit world in one way or another have truly, truly felt the core, the healing power, or the message who touched your soul. You will never ever forget that feeling. And when you found that feeling or felt the feeling, you will searching for more. You will be, in a positive way, say, you become greedy because you want more. You want more, not for your ego, but for your soul. Because once your soul has been touched, there is no way back. I can assure you. And while we're coming in here, we are all part of everything that's happening, to bringing the joy and the happiness for someone who is not feeling well at this moment in time. And just by you being here, by your positivity of energy and the power of healing, you make the difference for someone here who is not feeling 100%, but felt the push and the power to be here because of the trust of the spirit world. So we all play a big part in what's going on. And even though with so much doubting, we come across people who are so much more happy than ourselves. We try our very best to finding the purpose, we're finding the joy of life within ourselves. And we never seem to succeed, no matter what we are doing, no matter where we are searching. And I don't have the answer for what each and every one of you should change. Only yourself has the answer. And I can tell you to 100% to where to find the answer. But you have to do it yourself. You have to do the work yourself, together with the power of the Spirit within you. And it doesn't matter how many religious books you look into, how many churches and centers you're looking into, or how many beautiful mediums as you and Mark you're going and see. You won't find the answer. You will find the answer when you're sitting down and looking into yourself. Because all the answers you need within yourself is guided and written there from the spirit world and from the power of your soul. And even though we feel we should go to a medium to sort out all the mess in our life, you might be lucky, you might be happy to get the confirmation that you have a mess in your life. But I can assure you, the medium won't sort your mess out. Only you can do that, with the support and the strength and the power from the Spirit. And the Spirit world, as we know, as I know, and you all know, will always be happy to share the joy that's come across. It's okay. I won't repeat what I have said. But with the emotion that's within each and every one of us, the emotion is the power of healing as well. As we go through our life, we go through different situations in life, and all of it comes together as one when we see in the end of the day, because we are not always happy to see the less positive things in our life, because it's always painful. It's always hurting when something isn't working as we want it to work. But with the power within ourselves and the power of prayer, as is our cordless phone to God, that is where you will receive your answer from Spirit and the God force within you. And those who are finding the difficulties to finding the time to draw close to the Spirit world, finding the time to just bring the joy and the happy in your life, just take a moment, close your eyes, and just send a thought out. And your loved ones, together with the Spirit world, is so close to you, and here they are, and just surrounding you with the love and the reassurance of healing that you're so much needing at this moment in time. And we all have our moments. We all have the time where we have the difficulties. We all have the time where we're sending out our prayers and thoughts to the world and to our Father God, and asking for help. And with all that we're asking for, when we received what we need, or we feel that things feels better, how many of you are sitting down and thanking God for the experience you had? Yeah, few of us do it. And that's, for myself, is equally important to thank them, or thank the Spirit world or the God for the help I receive, the help the world receive when there is a need. Of course, there's difficulties are happening in the world, and we will not understand why things happening as it happened. But all we can do is to sending out healing power to the world. And every time we see the world actually going a little bit better, you are an equally big part of that journey as well, because it's thanks to you, thanks to the power and the healing you sending out to the world, who makes the difference. And do not ever think that you are just one person, one soul, one spirit, because you're not. What you say, what you do, make a difference for so many people in this world. And that's the power of the healing. That's the power of the Spirit. And the joy from the Spirit world, when we feel we have succeeded, we have helped someone through their life and through the journey of their life. That's how the Spirit world share their appreciation with each and every one of us. And it doesn't matter what you're doing, as long as everything comes from the bottom of your heart and you do it for the purpose that you want something to be better in this world. And it might be that you don't understand why you're meeting all the people you are meeting and helping those people just by just being around them. One day you will have an answer, unless you're asking yourself within yourself why things happening, because all the help you are doing, all the good things you are doing is already written within yourself. It's all for you to open the book of your own soul, to read the story of life. I can assure you there won't be any future telling in the book, but there will be a lot of appreciation for what you have done so far in life. Even though you feel you're doubting yourself and not feeling happy, but you don't see the whole picture as the spirit world bringing the joy of life and bringing the changes in your life for you to have a bigger understanding of what's happening, having a bigger understanding as you're growing into this life with the experience of your past. Because when you going through your life, you will be both the teacher and the student of someone else, someone who are appreciating and looking for the knowledge you have will be your student of tomorrow. The same way that you're looking for the true answer or development in your life, you will be the student of someone else. And that's how everything is connected. That's how we come together as one. And when we speak to each other, it doesn't matter what we're talking about, and it doesn't matter where we are. There's always something who gain and nourishing our soul and the power within ourselves. Without you, and I can speak for everyone here, without you being who you are, with sending out all this positivity and going forward with all the positivity that you're sending out, how would the world be? How would your neighbors be? How would your children be? Because where we are, what we are doing, is always starts with oneself. And what you are doing matter. What you are saying to people matter. Because what we do and the way we try to help and support each other is also equally important. To be as kind to yourself in this moment, because without you being kind to yourself, where are you going to start when you become kind to someone else? And it's not all about forgive other people. It's all about to grow in the best way we can with the tools and the knowledge we have, the tools and the knowledge we're gaining from all these beautiful people who are here today. Because in my journey, I would be happy to listen to your life story to see how I can grow from this moment on. Because there is a lesson for everyone to learn, and there is a joy for everyone to share with each and every one. And it doesn't matter if we don't even speak the same language, because our soul has a language reaching all over the world with no borders. You don't need an interpreter or a translator to understand the power of the energy, because we communicate through the spirit to the spirit, from the spirit, and we do it wherever we are in the world. And most and foremost, what the spirit world wants to show us, what they wants to share, is we never die. We live on and live on and live on. Maybe not always in this world, but a part of us will live, continuing live in this world. For those of you who was listening to the beautiful trance demonstration yesterday, that was the proof directly from the spirit world that the life continues. One part of us is in the spirit world. One part of us is always walking here. And how beautiful isn't that, to know one part of myself is already in the spirit world, and I'm walking with one foot in the spirit world, and I'm walking with one foot here. That means the true and the beautiful connection is already there. All I have to do is just listening, and try to keep it as calm and peaceful around me, and just listening to the whispering from my soul when it's speaking. Because the whispering from my soul is the voice and the joy from the spirits. So, whatever you do, don't push yourself hard, because the spirit world and our Father God is your biggest supporter in life. And it doesn't matter what you think of yourself, because you are brought into this life to be exactly who you are, and going through the challenges and having the personal responsibility in life. And without you being who you are, who would you recommend to take your place? And the journey of life, and it doesn't matter if you see your journey of life as a train journey, it doesn't matter. Because during our journey of life here, we're meeting so many different kind of people to learn how to grow and develop in life. Some people are we meeting just for the short moment, but some people will stay with us forever. And they all have one thing in common, is that our purpose is to try to treat each and every one in the same way, because no matter how challenging it is, we will all learn something from it. And you might not understand today what you learn from the terrible person you saw yesterday. But as the time goes by, you will see the red thread, and most and foremost, you will learn how not to be, how you hurt and damaged other people to be just as that person was. So all the spirit world asking from you, all the spirit world and the Father God asking of you, always be true to yourself, always be you, because you are as beauty as the light within you. And our Father God would never for any man in the world change the light within yourself, because you are here to grow. You are here to combine your light with so many other beautiful lights. And our Father God will never forget you, will never forgive you or forget you. And you have the power that you have born into this beautiful world with. And we can all make the changes in our life. And know, no matter what changes we are making, we will always be supported by the spirit world. I'm not saying you should go out and kill anyone, because the spirit world wouldn't appreciate that. But as long as you always try to do the best you can do, there's no one else who asking more from you. And if people don't understand you or can't live with you, it's not your fault. It's their loss. Because do not ever change yourself to being as someone else wants you to be. Because you have to be you to grow and finding the end of your journey as the life continues, as you go home, and one part of us will still be here. So, ladies and gentlemen, is there any one of you who have any questions? Deadly silent. No. So, for those who are wondering what's happening, how do I bring the joy of the Spirit to my journey? Because I'm so stuck in my development. I'm so stuck, I can't really find the Spirit world. I can't see them, I can't feel them, I can't sense them. But if you're changing the way you're wording things, you open a totally new door. Because when you say you can't, you put the blockage on yourself that the spirit world would never put the block on you. So always, the wisdom from the spirit world is always visualize your success. Always visualize that you are capable of what you want to do. And even if you might not see the spirit world today, but there might be other senses who are working stronger today, and there will be another one working stronger tomorrow. Find your group of like-minded souls who make your soul singing even higher, on a higher vibration, because as the day goes by. We're needing those people who are singing on the same vibration as ourselves to grow as the person we are meant to be, because our journey changes for every step that we are taking. And there is no one to blame, because you have the personal responsibility for your own journey, and you can't blame the spirit if your marriage broken up, because that's not the spirit. The spirit is very much here, surrounding you with the support and the love and the encouragement for you to continue with your journey. And what you're not feeling that you did 100% correct today, there is a day tomorrow. There's always a day tomorrow. There's another week after this week. And there is another year after this year. And nothing needs to be done with immediately power. You can wait till you feel safe and secure to make the changes. And do not even think what I haven't done today is not worth to do tomorrow, because as God giving you so many opportunities and so many changes, what you're not feeling happy with today, you can change it tomorrow, because every day starts with a new page, with a new blank page. It's for you to write a story, and there won't be any corrections in this story, because that's your story, that's your book of your story of life, and that's the stories that you will bring with you when you go to the spirit world, because that story of life is your story of life, and that shares the joy of the spirit world as well, who have been following you through your journey of life and guiding you with the joy and the happiness in life. And for those who still don't feel the spirit world, I can assure you, just take a deep breath and just breathe, and they will breathe with you. And when you're finding yourself ready, there's always an opportunity to find a development circle group somewhere else where you can continuing with other beautiful souls, develop and grow your spirituality, and your spirituality in your way, not in the teacher's way, not in your fellow students' way, in your way, because you are master of your own mediumship. That's the way our Father God and the spirit world created you. You are the master of your life, and don't let anyone take the master degree from you. Is it making sense? Yeah. Any questions? Yes.
I was reading an article the other day about the pursuit of happiness and how really people are always pursuing happiness, and some quite desperately and some quite obsessively, and trying to have all these experiences to find actual happiness when we don't really know what happiness is, because we're trying to move away from places of sadness. So we should try to embrace wholeness instead, where we take on every single thing that comes to us and make sure that it's balanced. And I was wondering what your thoughts are on that.
Thank you very much. My thought is very much to try to see the whole picture, because it's impossible to make the changes from one day to another. You need to, in this case when we're talking about mediumship and the spirituality, try to find the gentle and the kind way within yourself to guiding you through where you want to be. And I'm very sure, because I've done the journey myself, I'm very sure as you're asking for help, you will be guided, not maybe in the way you're expecting it to be, but there will always be a way that's supporting your spirit and your soul, because we are all unique souls. We share the same interest, we share the same wantingness to work with the spiritual, wanting to be with the spiritual, but in that there is so much more. There is the whole personality of who you are and what you have gone through in life. And as you're looking into what has happened in your life and the journey of your life, you will see different journeys in that journey. And when we open up ourselves and looking into the sensitivity within ourselves, all this comes together and needs to be worked with. And we are not always the strongest to work with this on ourselves. We need help, we need guidance to go through this. And therefore, as I said, it's important to try to find honest, like-minded people who can go through this together with you, because one person is not always the strongest, and we not always see the openness in our difficulties, the openness in life. But as we're working within ourselves and taking it baby steps, we will finding that the healing, the power of healing, growing and expressing itself in a certain role, in a certain way. All we have to do is to embrace the opportunity and follow, even if that feels uncomfortable. This is a new step, and I'm not feeling comfortable, but it's there for a purpose. And when you're finding that you're on the right track again, then you will also see what more you needs to add to the bigger picture, to finding the wholeness within your life, to finding the joy within yourself, to building up the power within yourself, to share the joy and the power with other people. And when people going through difficulties like you describe yourself, it's very often we're searching for something bigger, searching for something that make a sense in our life. And it's very often when we're coming to grieving groups, in the churches, in the centers, where we're finding like-minded people who have gone through nearly the same experience as ourselves, and we are guided and helped through physical people as well. So do not ever think your knowledge and your life journey has been wasted, because you have gone through what you have gone through because you have the strength and the power to do it. And in the end, you will find someone who helping you to go through what you feel stuck within yourself. Is this making sense? Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
No?
All right.
Yeah, of course.
No, so do. It's that phraseology, isn't it? The pursuit of happiness. So immediately when we embark upon that, we're looking for things to make us happy. Wouldn't it be time better spent looking at things that make us happy, that we've already got? And having that, there's a phrase, the attitude of gratitude. You know, we can spend our whole life chasing happiness. All right, yeah, like everybody else, win the lottery, oh yes please. It would make my life comfortable, it would make my life a bit fun. Am I necessarily going to be happy?
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean? But this aspect of happiness, you know what, ground zero, look in your lives and find that happiness first, seriously, because this world is tough at the moment, and just the little things, just the people we have in our lives, just where we live. Our little doggy, hello doggy, my pussycat, yeah? So yeah, the pursuit of happiness, I think we need to just do the understanding of happiness.
That's like the book The Alchemist, because he travelled and he travelled and he travelled,
Yep.
and actually when he got back home he found happiness.
Yeah.
And I can't mind the author's name just now. That's him.
Thank you, Mark.
I probably did remember, but I couldn't say it. Isn't it a really good read, Mark? Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the Wizard of Oz, isn't it? She had all the power to go back all the time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always there.
Yeah.
And I think happiness is an inside job.
It's an inside job.
You know, it's not when I get this I'll be happy.
Yeah.
When I have this person I'll be happy. When I have this job I'll finally be happy. It's actually recognising
Yeah.
what makes me happy now
Yeah.
may not be what makes you happy tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You started now, Dave.
There you go.
That's what I was going to say, actually, define happiness.
Yeah.
I said often a lot of us are searching for something, but we don't even know what we're searching
Exactly.
for. So how on earth can we look for something that we don't know what we're looking for?
Exactly.
We're looking for perspectives, other people's perspectives, and we can't. It's like our mediumship, it's subjective. I'm quite happily sat on my backside in the grass with a can of cider. Do you know what? I'm a happy bunny. Other people go, oh, how awful. Sorry, Frederick, we're
No, that's
distracted, but
fine.
we're having
That's fine.
joy while
Yeah.
we're doing it.
And it's so important that you finding what brings you joy into your life, and do not compare it with anyone else, because the uniqueness within you also needs the uniqueness of joy and the happiness. Only you know the true answer. Only you know what you need to do to try to find the happiness. It might be just to sit still and listening to the guidance from the spirit world or our Father God, to finding the next step in your journey, to starting to feel the joy and the happiness in your life again. Because it's all there, but sometimes we not see it. So whatever you do, wherever you're going, always be true to yourself and never go against it, because as long as you're true to yourself, there is no one who can tell you what to do and not to do, because only you are who you are. I'll leave you with that.
Lovely. Brilliant. Thank you, Frederick.
Thank you.
We're now going to go into our extended break, so we'll meet back here at 2:30, where we have the lovely Ewan, who will be talking about the spirit within. Those of you who have pre-ordered lunches, thank you. You can collect them from the kitchen and your drinks. You're more than welcome to go through. We put the tables in the garden this year because the weather was like, will it, won't it, will it, won't it? So please go through to the garden.
Lawrence, I just felt the energy was just dropping away. I know I didn't spoke for no.
It doesn't matter. You've got an hour spot.
Okay.
You don't have to talk for the whole hour. A lot depends on people's interaction.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.